Shalom.
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 This is Voice of a Watchman. Brother Pat, Josh, my wife Mary, my brother-in-law Tony. We all say praises to the Most High.
Ahayah.
Yes. And we just thank him for another Sabbath. My son's got a
Been having some technical difficulties. Apparently the enemy don't like the truth. And don't want people having the truth. So we thank the Most High for the persecution. Been trying to stop us from going on, but we're going to persevere and we're going to bring this message to the people. As I was saying before, something happened and it cut us off. We're going to be talking about understanding Paul, showing you how to really break him down according to the Bible. But before we do that, we're going to show you, of course, the scriptures where Christ said the law is not done away with. But I want to deal with something that most of you may not really understand, to shed some light on the understanding of what religion and Christianity in particular really is, according to the Bible, not according to our feelings or what we feel or what we think in our heart, because the heart is deceitful and is easily, if you go by your heart instead of what you know and what history teaches you, you will be deceived. Let's start, before we touch on those scriptures, let's start with Job, of course. Job 9:24.
pull that leg up.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, Job 9:24. Job 9:24.
The Most High have been dealing with us, of course, through this week and revealing to us new information.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Most High
Blessed.
has really put some stuff on our heart, in us, that we would really like to give to the people. Sometimes we want to lay things out in a very low-level way so anybody can just basically understand the view and what we're trying to bring. Christianity, before we read this verse, if you do a critical historical research on Christianity,
Go ahead, Josh.
and probably we're going to bring a lesson whenever we can get, we're going to go to the library and try to get some books and check some stuff out and probably print some information out. We want to.
We have plenty here too, Josh. We can go through. Right, but
some more information.
Sure.
We're going to bring a really in-depth historical breakdown of Christianity soon.
Awesome.
We're going to call it, probably going to call it the truth about Christianity.
What we want to do is do a foretake, or just build a platform with our viewers to let you know that we do our research and we do know what we're studying and talking about.
Now,
so we can help you.
Notice we don't use the term Christian because that's not the problem. The problem is with the religion of Christianity. Because Christianity have nothing to do with Christ.
That's right.
The Messiah, the Messiah. So when you deal with Christianity, you must point out to a Christian that you're not attacking them as a person.
Right.
They have to understand the history and the true spin of the religion that they're in have nothing to do with the Bible, and is actually based upon a conquering mentality and a destructive spiritual mentality.
That's right.
And an enslavement mindset that you're dealing with Christians, especially when you deal with the Israelite, the 12 tribes of Israel that have been systematically destroyed by Christianity.
That's right.
Speaking of those of Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, who are actually the children of Israel, the sons of Jacob. The true Israelites in the earth today.
That's right.
Are not the people in
Israel.
in the land. The so-called Jewish people are not the Jews.
They're not the bloodline.
There's proof that's been proven. That's historical. You can look it up. You can find it. That there is no proof, bloodline proof of them going back to Abraham.
What did we hear today, Josh? We were so blessed. We heard that even rabbis and Jewish people
are admitting
it now that they're not the bloodline. They're admitting it.
And they're surprised that people still hold them up as as the Hebrews when they're saying, "Look, we're not the people."
Stop. Okay.
Okay. So.
All right.
So they're not the children of Israel. So let's read Job 9:24.
All right, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Stop. So who is the wicked? The wicked is Satan. Let's prove that. Let's get. We're not going to finish that verse, but the earth is given in the hands of the wicked. Isaiah 14:11.
Isaiah 14:11. Okay, everybody have it?
Isaiah. Now, we just read out of Job. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And the rest of the verse says, he's covered the faces of the judges thereof. Now, we can take that to be a double meaning spiritually. He has covered the faces of the true judges of the earth, who are the Hebrew Israelites, by having the governments of the earth lie to them, destroy them morally, brainwash them through education and religion.
That's right.
And you can take that to mean he has covered the faces of the judges of the earth, the lawyers, the judges in the courtroom, the police.
Yeah.
He is just because there's no true morality in the earth, because the true people, the scriptures are not ruling right now.
That's right.
They're suffering the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And then again, that proves that the Jewish people are not the Jews. Where do you see them matching up with any curses in the scriptures?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
So the Most High brought the pomp or the pumps of Lucifer down. He destroyed, when he fell, he had pipes and musical instruments, and it was destroyed and deformed as he fell. Read.
And the noise of thy vows.
The noise of thy what?
Vows.
So he was a musical angel. So one of the tools that Satan would use against man, because let's say this. Satan knows he can't defeat God, the Most High.
Right.
He knows that.
That's right.
But he's going to try. So the way he tries is
religion.
He attacks the creation of God, the Most High, mankind.
Go ahead.
So we realize that music is one of the weapons, that it's not the only weapon, but it's one of the weapons and tactics Satan has corrupted and used against people to make them sex crazed, lust, shoot up people,
That's right.
drugs.
Look at all the look at all the Josh. Look at all the Hollywood movie stars and that listen to rock and roll and kill themselves and committed suicide.
Jimi Hendrix.
Over music.
Elvis. No, Elvis died on his
vomit. Yeah.
Vomit.
He did. Yeah. That's overdose.
That's Frankie Lyman. Look at all these.
You can name hundreds. I mean.
Yeah, but read verse 12.
Okay, 12. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
So he's asking Lucifer, why did you fall? How did this happen to you? Read.
Son of the morning.
Because he was the first thing in the morning that people would see. Read.
Wow. How art thou cut down to the ground? Which didst weaken the nations?
Which did what?
Weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Ahayah, of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
Stop. In the sides of the north.
Mhm.
Now let's go to Matthew 24. How did he, since he couldn't get back, well, the space program is a type of him going up, but how did he get control of man? How did he weaken the nations? Matthew 24. How did Satan manipulate people and deceive them in this modern, in the world we live in today? What did he use spiritually to do this? Matthew 24, verse 4.
Okay, Matthew 24, verse 4. And Yashayah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
That no man what?
Deceive you.
So the major type, one of the signs of the last days, there would be a massive religious deception. But who would be deceiving? Would the Muslim? Wait, before you read, would the Muslims
go ahead, Josh.
be deceiving people with Islam? Yes, that's true. People are being deceived with Islam. Would the Buddhists, with their false religion, be deceiving people with Buddhism? Would the Confucius be? Would the atheists be deceiving, which they are? Would the agnostics be deceiving? All those religions are offshoots of Catholicism.
That's right.
Because if you do the grunt work in the research, you'll find that the Catholic Church invented Islam, and they adopted all these other pagan.
Tell them where to go. Go to the Roman Catholic Church. Exposed, and they can find it. Just go to Roman Catholic Church Exposed on YouTube, and you'll find it.
And you can read.
Christians won't do their research. They just won't do it, Josh. But we're going to tell you anyway. Okay. What, Mary?
So
that's right.
We understand that there would be religious deception in the last days, but what major religion did Christ point out that would be deceiving the whole world and would be fake? Read verse 5.
Okay. Saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors.
5. You didn't read 5. You read 4.
For many shall, I said that in my name. I read 5.
Read it again.
For many shall come in my name.
Wait, read. Many shall do what?
Come in my name.
So let's do a little subtracting and adding. Do Muslims use Christ's name? No, they use Allah's name.
That's right.
Do atheists use Christ's name? Do the Jewish people use Christ's name? No, they're deceiving with their religion.
Now, right now, what's they're saying right now? Well, gee, I thought Christ was a Christian. He's not a Christian. He's Judah. Go ahead.
So,
go ahead.
Do agnostics deceive with Christ's name? Read.
Go ahead. Okay. So many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
I am what?
I am Christ.
Stop. So the religion that uses Christ's name, brothers and sisters, is Christianity. So Christ is identifying Christianity today as the main deceptive religion in the earth. There is over 2.5 billion Christians, and they say they're in a narrow way. That's no narrow way. That's a wide way.
That's right.
And it don't matter what you believe. It don't? It's because you have to understand Satan wants you to believe it don't matter what you believe. The Bible clearly makes it a point that it matters what you believe. See, so Satan's main spiritual weapon in this earth is Christianity. It is a fake religion that people don't know, but the construct of it is satanic.
Wow.
Nothing in Christianity is biblical.
That's right.
They don't go to church on the Sabbath. They eat pork and shellfish. Well, not all of them.
Go ahead.
But they teach that it's all right to eat unclean food. They teach you can break the laws. They teach that you can worship any day, which is not in the Bible.
Not in the Bible. The Most High sanctified Saturday.
He did not sanctify every day.
That's right.
So
Okay.
They teach Easter,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas,
All the holy,
which are all, if you do the research behind them, they are all pagan, idolatrous holidays that link to Egypt, Rome, Greece. So all of these holidays that Christians celebrate in Christianity, and especially the Hebrews. Okay, let's pull this out here. Who in this world taught the Israelites? Who taught you to eat shellfish? Who taught you to eat pork?
Go ahead.
Who taught you
Christianity?
Who taught you to go to church on Sunday? Who taught you that Christ was a white man?
How about this? Who forced you?
Who forced you into the religion?
Yeah.
Your white Christian slave master.
That's right.
So the reason black people go to church,
because they were forced.
And y'all may not understand this, but if you do the research, you'll understand
That's right.
The reason black people in America go to church is because they don't really believe in the religion they're in. They're doing it because it was brainwashed into them during slavery.
That's right.
And after they left the plantation, they didn't leave it in their mind because their slave master never told them who the Bible was really written about.
Excuse me. And then all these generations that pass now.
It's a hand-me-down tradition.
It's a brainwashed hand-me-down. That's right. It's just what it is. That's it.
Now let's start with the lesson. Let's go into Malachi.
Malachi.
2:4, 2:6.
Okay. Malachi what, Josh? 2:6? Huh?
So black people go to church not because they know what they're doing. They don't know what their religion is about.
They just go because they think that's the right thing to do because they've been brainwashed.
So is everybody else.
I was brainwashed for 28 years until we came out.
Uh-huh.
I had a young lady today where we go get some fellowship and the Most High is using us to really break through to some of these Christians. And lady says to me, I told her about the gates, right? The people who invented the software, what they're really doing over in Europe. And she said, I don't know where you heard that. I'm in healthcare and medical care. I said, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you the truth, what's going on. Not in this world.
Right.
If you don't do research, and then she says, well, there's a lot of people who don't tell the truth on YouTube. I said, I'm sure there are, but most of them do. So.
This is Malachi 2:6.
Yes, but we bring the word. We don't bring YouTube here. Okay? Malachi 2:6. The law of truth.
The law of what?
The law of truth.
The what?
The law of truth.
So the law equals truth according to the Bible. So if you're not teaching the law, you're not in the truth.
That's right.
Read.
Was in his mouth.
Was in whose mouth? Read.
And the iniquity was not found in his lips.
In his lips. So there's no lying in your lips.
He walked with me in peace and equity and did turn many away from iniquity.
He did what?
He turned many away.
From what?
Through the law, from iniquity.
So when you minister the law, the natural response of it will turn you people away from sin.
That's right.
Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth. That they should seek the law, not Christianity, the law at his mouth.
Start from the top.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Wait, so the whose lips?
Priest.
The preacher's lips should keep. Now, what knowledge should the preacher be teaching? Read. And they should seek.
And they should seek the law.
And they should seek Christianity.
They should seek the law.
Jesus' love.
They should seek the law.
The what?
The law.
So your preacher, if he is not teaching the law, read.
At his mouth. For he is.
For who is?
For the priest that teaches the law is the messenger of the Most High.
So if your preacher is not teaching the law, he is a false prophet.
That's right.
He's not of God.
And that's what you're doing, Christianity. You're sitting in false teaching every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Read. No. Go. Now let's.
Hold on, Mary. You can read next. Where are we going? Oh, back to Ephesians?
Let's go to Matthew 5:17.
Okay. Matthew 5:17.
Before, put your marker there.
I got it.
Go to Ezekiel 22:25.
All right.
Ezekiel 22 and 25.
22.
You have it highlighted?
Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, I do. Okay, Ezekiel.
Everyone have it?
I'll wait for you, Mary. 22:25.
So we understand what Christ said, right? Now, we're not, again, this is not an attack. This is not us bashing anybody. We were in the same spot people are in right now listening.
Because if we cared about your feelings, we wouldn't be able to get this truth out. We don't care about your feelings or hurting your feelings like a lot of preachers do. They won't preach certain things because they're afraid to hurt your feelings because you're going to leave and their money's going to go down.
So let's read.
Mary, 22:25, Ezekiel.
There is a conspiracy.
There is a what?
Conspiracy.
There is a what?
Conspiracy.
Stop. So there is a conspiracy,
Ah,
brothers. What is a conspiracy? Christianity is a conspiracy against the people in the pews because most of the time you can go to the preacher with the Bible and you will throw him off because the preacher, like we said, if he's not teaching the law, well, here's a problem with the Christian doctrine, the doctrine that you were taught in your churches. It's an agenda when they use Paul, right? They use Paul and they ignore everything else in the Bible as if Paul is the Savior.
That's right.
And
they don't even know this.
They twist Paul's words, and when they teach him, they teach him as if he was a Christian today. They don't tell you that Paul wasn't going to church on a Sunday. They don't tell you that he never touched pork or shellfish. That it would have been a sin for him to do.
There were holidays that they didn't keep holidays.
They don't tell you that he was a black man. They don't tell you that he wore the attire of an Israelite.
He was a Benjamite.
They don't tell you that Paul was an actual follower of the Messiah. They tell you that he was a Christian or Christianos, which is a Greek word.
Good, Josh.
The true word that should be used is messianics in the Bible for followers of the Messiah, because we are followers of the Messiah. We're not Christians. Christian was a word that the Europeans put there, so you would
derogatory word.
They would put there as a way to make you think that what you see on a church corner, a corner with a church is Christ. So what they did is they went in the Bible in certain places and they injected Christ. They put Christian, church.
That's how they drew you
in the Bible.
That's right. Go ahead, Josh.
They put
Sunday, pagan Sunday worship. That Sunday.
So when you see things like they assembled with the church,
Take some hits. I'll wait. I'll talk.
right? When they see, when they assembled with the church at councils, you'll think that they were going to a church with a steeple on it, because that's what you see now. See, the Europeans,
they all came in their homes, right? They all came into people's homes. There was no pagan church. There was no pagan cross.
So the Europeans, after the Israelites came in, through the centuries, they slowly made little changes to the New Testament. So when they taught it, there would be church in there. There would be Christ. There would
Christianity.
be the word Christian would be there.
So You really duped. You got duped.
They even changed certain definitions of words in the Strong's Concordance. That's why Strong's, although it's a good resource, you have to be careful because Strong's is a part of the deception as well. So you have to be very discerning even when you're using the Strong's Concordance.
That's right.
Because there is a conspiracy. Read.
Okay, the conspiracy of her prophets.
All right.
In the midst thereof, like a roaring lion.
Like a what?
Roaring lion.
Stop. What is it? Wait. Let's get a picture of this, brothers and sisters.
Wow.
What is the characteristics of a lion?
Wow.
They hunt.
They rabbit. Yeah.
They kill with their so
yeah.
So
Vicious,
a lion
vicious.
will kill anything in its way to get what it wants.
That's right.
So Christianity is not likened to Christ. Christ said, "Be like doves, be like sheep among wolves." He didn't say be like wolves among sheep. He said be like sheep among wolves and wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. He never said be like a lion.
Yeah, he never told these Crusades to go kill for his name.
He never told. He didn't
that.
tell Peter and John which are all not their names.
Right.
They're not their names.
That's
Those
right.
are European names.
That's right.
That were put on the authors of the Bible.
Come on.
The New Testament. So if you look at the nature of a lion, it's all about destruction and killing. So Christianity is a lion. That's a pun. It's a lion religion.
That's right.
It's like a lion.
Yeah, it's a good job.
So a lion. What does Christianity do? What's one of the songs? Onward, Christian soldier as one to war.
Wow, marching as to war.
Marching with a
Listen
gun
to
and
those
a
words.
Bible
Yeah,
in one hand.
Yeah.
Where did Christ tell you to take a weapon and a Bible and evangelize people with? When you do the research of Christianity,
that's what you'll find.
What did they do? They took a gun, a weapon in one hand, and a Bible, and they went all over the earth. They
forced their religion on people, and they killed them.
They killed them, and wherever they went, after they killed the population, they set up a church or an education center
with a pagan cross.
So the people that came after the people they destroyed, they could induct them into their religion and deceive them. Read.
Wow. Go ahead, Mary. Like a raving, like a roaring lion.
Ravening the prey.
Wow. They tear it apart, Mary. Go ahead.
They have devoured souls.
Look at that. They killed millions. Again.
Have taken the treasure and
precious.
And precious things.
Go ahead.
They have made her many widows.
Wow.
In the midst thereof. Spiritual widows.
Spiritual widows. Her priests have violated my law.
They have did what?
They violated the law.
They have done what?
Violated.
So one of the custom, the doctrines of these false priests and prophets is they would teach brothers and sisters that to break the laws of God on purpose. They would teach you that it's a sin to keep the law.
Wow.
So let me ask y'all something. Excuse me. Isn't that not what you're being taught on Sunday? That it don't matter what the law says. That you don't have to read the Old Testament.
That's right.
It's done away with.
Watch out.
The law is done away with. We're under Christ.
Those pastors are going to send you to hell.
When that is a statement that, although Christ means anointed, we'll just use his actual name.
His real name.
Yashayah, who people call Jesus falsely, because then again, that is another word that the Europeans put in the Bible.
That's right.
There was never a person who walked this earth called Jesus.
Yeah, because in Christ, we know Yashayah is Hebrew. That's not a Hebrew name. That's a Greek name.
Right. So
that's a Greek goddess name.
There was never. Let me get this. Let me say this precisely and accurately. There was never a person in the history of the earth who walked the earth who was called Jesus and was followed by Jews. Let me say that again. There was never a person in the history of the earth in Israel as an Israelite who walked the earth who was called Jesus. That was an invention of European Christians, put it in the Bible so they can make you believe that Jesus was a Christian.
Come on, John.
Well, Jesus was a Christian because Christians invented Jesus. They made that stuff up and put it in the book.
That's right.
Now, they didn't make up the New Testament. They made up a name so you would get in your head that it's a Christian God. They didn't make up the New Testament. The Messiah, Yashayah, who actually lived, was speaking and doing those miracles. Jesus never did no miracles in the Bible because Jesus never existed. Jesus is a fake God that people made up, put it up in the 14th century.
That's right.
That Jesus is only, the doctrines of Jesus is only about 500 years old. Do the research.
Wow. Wow. And that's research. That's doing the research. Watch this. And they have what? And they have put no, have profaned my holy things. Take some hints, Josh. They have put no difference between the holy and profane. That's just like the Christian church. They, you know what their motto is? Nothing matters. Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have laid their eyes, hid their eyes, right, from my Sabbath.
From my what?
From my Sabbath.
Well, from my what?
They have hid their eyes from my Sabbath.
My Sundays.
I don't have to keep it. And I am profaned among them. Wow, watch out.
Now read Ezekiel 21, I think in 20.
You know what that means? He's not even in your service. God don't show up in your services.
No, 20 verse 20.
Oh, I got it. 20 verse 20.
Ezekiel 20 and 20.
Okay. Ezekiel 20 verse 20. Here it is. Okay, I got it underlined. Are you ready, guys? All right. 20. All right. And hallow my Sabbaths.
And do what?
And hallow my Sabbaths.
Keep my Sabbaths holy.
And they shall be a sign.
A what?
A sign.
A what?
A sign.
So the Sabbath, not Sunday, is a sign.
Between me and you.
Uh-huh.
So today, as we're sitting here, we're assigned to the Most Holy One. We're connected with Him.
Uh-huh.
That ye may know that I am the Most High, your power. You don't know Him then if you're not keeping the Sabbath. I just read it. Yeah.
Let's go to Matthew 5:17.
All right, Matthew 5:17.
Matthew chapter 5 and 17.
Okay, let's go to it, guys.
Now we're going to go into Paul. But we have to start with what the Messiah, Yashayah,
Let me
taught.
say something, Josh. If someone's teaching you that the Old Testament is done away with, you are in a lot of trouble, my friend. You're in a lot of trouble. You know what? Because if you don't know the Old Testament, you'll never know the New. Because there's nothing about Christianity in the New Testament. Matthew 5. Go ahead, I'll read it. Go ahead. Matthew 5:17. Think not.
Think what?
Think not.
Think what?
Don't even think it.
Don't think, read.
That I am come to destroy
No,
the law.
the law is done away with. What did he say?
Don't think about it at all, that I am come to destroy the law.
So Christ, Yashayah, did not come to do away with the law. Read.
Or the prophets.
Or the prophets. Read.
I am not come to destroy, but to get married.
Fulfill. Read.
For verily I say unto you, get married till heaven.
Till heaven and earth pass one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
From the what?
From the law.
From the what?
From the law. Until all it be fulfilled.
Tony, 19. Here's the catcher. Listen, Christian, get.
Whosoever teacheth,
Therefore,
whoever,
19, Tony. Whosoever.
Therefore shall break one
Of these least, come on.
of these least commandments,
All right.
and shall teach men to do so,
To men so, go ahead.
And so he shall be called least in the kingdom
Of heaven.
of heaven.
All right, good. Good,
Stop.
Tony. So what does that say now? What does that
So
tell
that
me? What
means
does that tell me?
if you are being taught, if you are a person and you're not keeping the commandments and you're teaching people to break the commandments, you don't go to heaven.
It's right there.
But whosoever shall
Listen to this.
do and teach
Ah.
them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Okay. Okay. So where do we get? Back to back.
Now go to Matthew 19:16.
All right. Matthew 19:16. Okay, I got it. All right. Now listen. This is one of the most profound scriptures in the New Testament concerning how you really make it in, and if you'll make it in. Right? I shared with Wayne today.
Uh-huh.
Wayne told me he's saved. I said, there's no such thing in the word. You'll be saved on that day if you endure until the end.
Uh-huh.
Now we're in the end days. Now we're going to see who endures. We're going to see if you take that chip.
Matthew 19:16.
Okay? So don't say you're saved. You're not saved until you get there. He says, those who endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So what good thing shall I what?
What good works should I do?
That I may
That's what that means. Go ahead, George.
have eternal life. Read
Yeah.
verse 17.
And he said unto me, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one.
But what?
So Christ is even telling us that he's not God there. But one, that is Ahayah, the Most High is God. He's good. But if thou wilt enter into eternal life,
If you want to go to heaven,
if you want to go to heaven, keep the Sunday church.
keep the what?
Keep the Wednesday night service. Keep what?
The commandments.
Say it again.
Keep the what?
Keep the commandments.
Now let's go to Philippians chapter 3:5. Before we touch Paul, let's understand what was this man's learning when he was writing.
All right, Philippians, take your time. I'll read it, guys. Just take your time getting it. This is really good. I'm really being blessed because, this is a ministry where we hear from the Holy Spirit, our heart, to, not to say something fake and like Christianity. They're always sending these false prophets in churches, right, Josh, to tell them they're going to be rich and all these lies. No, the Holy Spirit is feminine gender, and she deals with us during the week. Well, we can learn too. So when we bring a message, this wasn't planned, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you're getting right from the word. Okay. Pressing toward the mark, 3:5. Okay. Circumcised the 8th day.
So Paul was circumcised the 8th day.
The stock of Israel.
The stock of who?
Israel.
Of Christianity.
Israel.
Of the Baptist.
Israel.
Read.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of who?
Benjamin.
Read.
A Hebrew of the Hebrews.
No, a Christian of the Christian.
No, that was Pentecostal and Catholic. A Hebrew of the Hebrews.
A what?
As a Hebrew of the Hebrews.
Read.
As touching the Christian church.
As touching the what?
The law.
The what?
The law.
The what?
The law.
As touching the law, a Pharisee. So Paul was even after he converted to Christ, he was a law teacher of the Bible.
That's
he taught the law.
That's right.
He never changed his doctrine once
Never.
he came to Christ.
Never. But you got Christian pastors that are turning themselves into the ministers of the devil right in front of the church, and they're preaching anything they want to preach.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they can jump around and sing and sweat, that's what they want. What, Judge?
Ephesians, let's go to...
Back to Ephesians. Okay. No, it's this way, right?
Okay.
All right, Ephesians 6. Okay, Ephesians 6. What verse were we in?
1.
Oh, right. Okay. Children, obey your parents in the Most High, for this is right.
So he's quoting the law. That's
the law.
That's
right.
Exodus chapter 20, verse.
That's right.
Verse. Let's get that. Let's get Exodus 20. Let's show what the people what Paul is quoting.
Exodus 20, Josh. See, this is where the Christian church fails. They don't use precepts, and they don't use the right precepts. Because I've got a Bible in my car. I don't even use it. I read the Bible. I will not read that Baptist book that has the what do you call the footnotes on the bottom? Terrible.
Commentary.
Yeah, commentary. Stay away from
verse. Exodus 20, verse 12.
Exodus.
Let's see what Paul is actually drawing from with this statement.
Honor thy father.
Honor. Do what?
Honor thy father and thy mother. This is the law. That thy days may be long upon the land.
Back to Ephesians 6:1. Now let's read Ephesians 6:1 again.
Children, obey your parents in the Most High, for this is right.
Read.
Honor thy father and mother.
Honor thy. He almost exactly word for word quotes Exodus 6:20-12. Read.
Which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Most High.
Right. So
go take some in. I'll read. Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
We understand that.
Go ahead.
Paul. Okay, so let's look at it from this perspective. If the law is done away with, why is Paul quoting the law and then showing its fulfillment through Christ? That's what fulfillment means.
Yes, there it is.
Fulfillment don't mean to do away with. Fulfillment just means to explain to bring it out.
Bring it out and bring it together who he really is. And who Paul honored. He honored the Messiah, but he kept the law. He kept the Sabbath. Why shouldn't we? Who are we? Who are you, Christian church, to tell your church that the law is done away with? You're going to answer. You're going to answer, my friend. You will answer.
Keep reading.
Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Yashayah.
Read.
Not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Yashayah, doing the will of Ahayah from the heart, with good will, doing service as to the Most High, and not to men.
Read.
Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Most High.
Wait, read that verse again.
Knowing that whatsoever good thing.
Wait, whatsoever what?
Good thing. Works. Works. Any man do it, the same shall be received of the Most High, whether he be bond or free.
So, if you're trying to do good and keep the law, the Most High will receive you.
That's right.
So again, Paul is saying that your works save you. Grace does not save you. That is a. So let's step back. Hold on. Say something right fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't just say something.
Yes, you have to have faith. I know what Josh is going to say because he's right.
Go to James 2.
James 2.
17.
James 2:17. Okay. Let's go to James. Let's get this straightened out. James 2:17. James is right before Hebrew, right? After Hebrew, right? Okay. After Peter, right, Josh? Oh, where's James? Oh, you have the Hebrew, right?
James 2:17.
All right, James 2:17. Now listen. James 2:17. Even so, faith If it hath not works.
If it had not what?
Works.
Grace.
Works.
Grace.
Works.
Read.
Is dead.
Is what?
Dead.
No, my faith is good enough.
No.
Is what?
I have faith. I have faith to believe in a car and a home. No, you don't.
Saved.
Sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost.
No, you're not.
Being alone.
Being alone. Yea, a man may say.
So this
Now-
is what people say today.
Come
Read.
on. Yes, a man may say, thou hast faith,
Thou hast faith,
and I have works.
and I have works.
Show me thy faith
Show me thy faith.
without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
By my what? So he's saying, he's comparing two people. The person who says they have faith but don't have no works ain't accepted. He's saying pretty much to be accepted, you have to show your faith by what you do.
And don't lie to yourself, because you hear that all the time in Christianity. Oh, we have faith on all the big we call Christian programs, TV, stealing money from people. Faith. They're a bunch of devils.
Thou believest that there is one Ahayah.
Go ahead.
Read.
Thou doest well. The devil also believes.
The what?
The devil also believes.
The
Read.
devils also believe and tremble.
And do what?
Tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
Faith without works is dead. Read the next verse.
Was not Abraham our father justified by works?
By what?
By works?
By what?
By works? When he had offered Isaac, his son, upon the altar?
Read. No, stop. Let's
Okay,
go back
that's
to
good.
Ephesians.
I think they got the idea.
So even Abraham was saved by his works.
That's right.
He wasn't saved by grace. That's a Christian doctrine
That's right.
that you've been taught to put you in a mental
That's right.
state of sleep in your
I
mind.
want to say something. So watch all the Word of Faith teachers on TV. They all claim they're in covenant with Abraham, and not one of them keep the law.
Mhm.
Not one of them keep the Sabbath.
Yeah, they keep their own laws.
That's right. They make up their own laws
Ephesians 6,
as they go along.
verse 5,
No, verse 9.
Verse 9.
verse 9.
Okay, here we go.
And ye,
Go ahead. Mary.
and ye, masters, do the same thing unto them, forbearing,
Threatening.
knowing that your master also is in heaven. Neither is there respect of persons with him.
All right.
So there is no
Sorry.
different. There is no respect of race.
Right.
There is no respect of color
That's
with the
right.
Most High.
That's right.
Men have made that a problem,
That's
but
right.
God don't see color.
Right.
He sees the heart.
But it's still a black man's Bible because they wrote it. Did you say something?
Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yashayah and in the power of his might. 11.
Put on the whole armor of Ahayah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not.
For we
against-
wrestle what?
Not
For we wrestle not. Read.
against flesh and blood,
So we don't fight with this
People,
people
right. but against principalities, against powers.
against chiefs. So the true battle with us is not with people.
Even when we meet Christians and they don't want to hear the truth,
It's a spirit.
I'm in a battle with a spirit. Oh yeah.
It's a spirit on them. So
Oh, yeah.
we're dealing with spirits. The true understanding is the powers, the spirits, the chiefs. So we're dealing with Satan and the fallen angels. Read.
Wow.
Against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So spiritual wickedness in high places. So spiritual wickedness came into the earth through religion.
That's right.
Well, when you
Fallen
deal with
angels.
the Bible is not a religious book. The Bible
It's a
is a book
history.
about a nation of people that have lost their heritage,
That's right.
that are the authors of the book. They have been enslaved. They have been consistently warred against in the media.
Romans.
Read.
Okay.
13.
All right. 18. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yashayah.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, And having done all, to stand.
Uh-huh.
Stand, therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
The law.
Truth is the law. And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
The commandments.
The commandments. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Again.
Now here's a word put in there again.
Again, yeah, gospel is another word
That was
that
injected.
the Europeans injected into the Bible. So there is no gospel. The Bible is one book. See, they did that so they can make you believe that the Old and New Testament is separate. So the Old Testament is the law, and the New Testament is the gospel. So we don't need the law.
Good, John.
We're just in the gospel.
Right. And, you know, that's sickening. I've heard so many Christians say that. We're in the New Testament. We're not in the Old. You're not. Wait, hold on. I want to say something. Because my Bible says, Revelation, that all the books are going to be open against you.
Mhm.
All the books. Okay, go ahead, Mary.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts.
All right, darts mean what, Mary? Things are thrown at us all the time, honey.
And
For us to argue, to try to do this, that.
Uh-huh.
and take the helmet of salvation
Uh-huh.
and the sword of the Spirit,
The law.
which is the word of Ahayah.
The word of Ahayah is the law. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit. In the Spirit, the burning Spirit of the Lord in your heart.
Uh-huh.
And watching thereunto with all perseverance
Uh-huh.
and supplication for all saints. Tony, 19. And for me.
Oh, and for me, the utterance may
Be given.
be given unto me,
Go ahead.
that I may open my mouth
Boldly.
boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel.
Read.
For which I am an ambassador in bonds. Now, how is that good news? Right there, I told you that word don't belong there.
Uh-huh.
He's an ambassador in bonds, and it's good news.
Read.
For which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak.
Uh-huh.
Final greetings. But that ye also may know my affairs and how I do. Titius is beloved brother and faithful minister in the Most High, shall make known to you all things. Okay, Mary, 22.
Whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose.
Stop.
That,
For what same purpose? The law. Okay, Mary.
that ye might know our affairs,
Uh-huh.
and that we might comfort your hearts.
How are you going to be comforted in a Christian church when all they say when they see you is have a nice day? Jesus loves you. In Babylon, you try having a nice day in this world today. And I promise you, if you're under the law and you're under the right teaching, you're not going to have a good day.
Peace be to
But you're going to be at peace. Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead.
Peace be to the brethren, and
Uh-huh.
love with faith from Ahayah,
The Father.
the Father, and the Mashiach, the Christ, the Christ.
Tony finished. 24.
Grace be with all them that love our power,
All right.
Christ, Yashayah, and
Sincere.
sincerity.
All right. Good.
So
That's good.
I want to touch on something before we
okay.
close.
Yeah.
Let's go to Romans 11.
Yeah, let's, yeah, I like that. Good, Josh. Romans 11. We got to prove all things. Thessalonians says to prove all things.
Uh-huh.
If I wanted, I'll tell you, I would have cut that girl with a sword so deep in the word, I would have left her bleeding in the street. But I was being kind to her because right away you know when someone's not taught right. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take much to know. Romans where?
11.
Romans 11. Let's go to Romans 11. Let Daddy read it. 11 what? Romans 11.
Romans 11.
Right in the beginning, Josh.
Uh-huh.
I say then, hath Ahayah,
Wait.
hath the Most High?
We have to read this slow
Yep.
because
Yeah.
let's start the verse again.
I say then,
I say
the
then.
remnant of Israel. I say then,
Uh-huh.
hath the Most High cast
who?
Has the Most High?
So is the Most High, read,
cast away
done away with, read.
his people.
The Israelites. So he's asking a question. Is the Israelites done away with? Read.
God forbid.
God what?
God
the
did away
Most
with them.
High did forbid you think that.
They're lost. God forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
Stop. I want to explain something. Let's go to John 8, 32 and 33. Then we'll go back to Revelation. No, to Romans.
John
8, 32 and 33.
I got it. 8. John 8. Where, Josh? 8 what?
32.
32. Okay, John 8, 32. Yashayah answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is the servant of sin. And
32.
yeah, you said
8:32.
Yeah, I'm reading 32. Oh, 32. I'm sorry. John 8, 32. Sorry, my bad. And ye shall know the truth.
The law.
I love this. And the truth shall make you free.
Read.
They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, right? And we're never in bondage.
Stop. So
Wow.
how could these Pharisees who answered Christ be
Listen.
Abraham's seed and not been in bondage? Because they were not Israelites. They were Abraham's seed through Esau, which was Isaac's son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we go back to Romans, let's go to Acts. Let's prove these people were Gentiles. Acts 4:25.
Okay, I got it. Okay, Mary, get Acts 4:25. All right, so be it.
Acts 4:25.
Come on.
So, because the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the Sanhedrin was not an Israelite sect. That was a sect that was set up over the Israelites by Herod and the Romans.
That's right. Who by the mouth of thy servant David has said,
Read.
why did the heathen rage?
Why did the who?
The heathen.
The who?
Heathen rage, and the people imagine vain things.
Because the heathen, the Gentiles who were over the Israelites stirred up the Israelites against the Messiah. Read.
The kings of the earth stood up.
The who?
The kings of the earth.
Who are the kings of the earth? The Romans.
That's right.
And the Pilate and all of them. Read.
And the rulers were gathered together against the Most High, against the Messiah, and against his Yashayah.
So we see that the Gentiles stirred up the Israelites against Christ. Back to Romans.
I will.
Ahayah hath not cast away his people.
No, he has.
Oh, you fit. Okay.
Start verse 11. 1 again.
I say then, hath Ahayah cast away his people? Ahayah forbid.
Wait, who? Do what?
Ahayah forbid.
Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
I am a what?
Israelite.
Christian.
Israelite.
Christian.
Israelite.
Read.
The seed of Abraham.
The seed of who?
The seed of Abraham. Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Read.
Ahayah hath not cast away his people.
No, the pastor said Israel's done away with. Read.
When which he foreknew, what ye not what the scriptures say of
Let's read
Elijah.
Go to verse 11.
11:11, Romans. Ready? I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? Ahayah forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles.
Unto the Gentiles.
Wow. For to provoke them to jealousy. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, that's how the Gentiles got rich.
So, when the Israelites fell and were enslaved by the nations got rich. Look at America. America was not built by anybody. It wasn't built by the white man. The white man came here, stole this land from the Israelite, the indigenous Israelites who were here, enslaved them, and made them build their empire. Then they came to the coast of Africa and took the Israelites off of the African coast and enslaved them and made them come over here and start building their wicked empire.
Go to Joshua's message on the tribes. He's right. The tribe message, and we have it all on there.
The world and
Stop. And the other thing that has made the earth rich is the Bible. Now let's go to prove that. Let's go to Psalms 147:19. Who was the Bible given to? Because it wasn't given to everybody. Excuse me.
147:19. Okay, I'll read this. Blow your nose up. Blow it out. Blow it out. Blow your nose. Blow it. You got pollen in there. It's all right. All right. Psalms 147:19. You went in the house today over there? He showed his word unto Jacob.
He does what?
He showed his word unto Jacob.
No, everybody.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
Unto Ishmael.
Unto Jacob.
Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Esau.
Israel.
Read.
he has not.
No, he has dealt so.
He has not.
No, he has.
He has not. He
Read.
has not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Wow.
Go back to Romans.
Okay. And the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentiles.
So by diminishing and ruling over Israel, the Gentiles have become rich. Read.
How much more their fullness? For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles. I magnify my own office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. Might.
For if the casting away of them be the
reconciling of the world,
what shall the receiving of them be?
That's right. But
right from the
dead. That's right. For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
Verse 17, 18.
18. Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee.
17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive
So the other nations that believe are
that
not.
I might be grafted in.
There's no spiritual Israelites. The other nations that believe are grafted in to the Israelites.
Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off, and thou standest by faith.
Read verse 19.
Okay.
Again.
Ready? All right, 19. Thou will say then, the branches were broken off, that I may be grafted in.
So the boast of the Gentiles, the other nations today, oh, Israel don't matter. We're all equal.
Yeah, they're all done away with.
So
we just read to you.
we have to understand that's a lie.
That's
because
right.
Paul said that the Most High is not done away with the Israelites.
That's right. Well, sorry, go ahead, Josh. Well, because of unbelief.
Because of what?
Unbelief.
Because of what?
They fell. Unbelief, they were broken off. And thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear.
So the Gentiles are high-minded by teaching other people in the Israelites that it don't matter who you are.
That's right. For if Ahayah spared not the natural branches,
which are the Israelites,
take heed lest he also spare not thee. Behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of Ahayah on them that which fell, severity, but toward thee, goodness.
So the Most High was severe and judged the Israelites when they fell. He doesn't judge those Gentiles for falling because they never fell from the law. Because the law wasn't given to the Gentiles. It was given to the black man.
Listen, Christian church, this is for you. If thou continue in goodness, otherwise thou shalt be cut off.
So you have to do goodness to receive goodness from the Most High.
That's works.
Stop. So we understand. Let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And we'll close after we read that. Deuteronomy 28:64. We'll read a little in Deuteronomy 28.
28:64. Okay, just follow along. I'll read it, Mary. Okay. Deuteronomy 28. I hope you're being blessed. We are. It's an honor to sit before you and preach the true word of the Most High. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt.
64.
Oh, 64, I'm sorry. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people. Scatter.
So what people have been scattered throughout the earth? The Israelites, the black man. Read.
All the tribes. From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Uh-huh.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
No, you'll serve me there.
Other gods.
Other what?
Other gods.
Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood
and stone.
The knotted phony wooden cross and the Mecca stone.
Christianity.
All right.
Read verse 68.
Okay, verse 68. The Most High shall bring thee into Egypt, again with ships.
With what?
Ships.
With what?
Ships.
When
Egypt is bondage, again with ships.
With slave ships.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
No, you'll be in Israel today.
Wow, right there it says, did then at the Jews.
Uh-huh.
You will see it no more again.
And you haven't since then.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Uh-huh.
And no man shall save you.
Now we're going to finish in the book of Jubilees.
All right. What do you want to read?
This is Jubilees chapter 1, verse 8.
You need to get this. You need to get this book. Jubilees. Okay. Josh, what did we find out last night? That there's almost 100 books missing in the Bible? Did you hear that? There's 100 books missing in the Bible. And we got about at least 20 of them now, right? 15, 20. Okay. The highest revelation to Moses on Mount Sinai.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. And they will eat and be satisfied.
They shall eat and be satisfied.
And they will turn to strange gods.
Read.
Which cannot deliver them for naught of their tribulation.
Read.
And this witness shall be heard for a witness against them.
Read.
For they will forget all my commandments.
They shall what?
Forget.
So
all my
the black man has forgotten his covenant and his commandments that God gave him.
Because you're stuck in Christianity.
Read.
Even all that I command them.
Read.
And they will walk after the Gentiles.
They shall do what?
All their friends today are Gentiles.
That's not
wrong, but
no. What that means is
I know that
the black man has copied
their ways,
the Gentiles' customs.
That's right.
Read.
That's right. Hold on. From after their uncleanness and after their shame. And will serve their gods.
Stop. So what good have Christianity done for the black man? Not any good whatsoever.
That's
you
right.
cannot show me one positive thing in the black community that Christianity has given you.
That's right.
You can't give me no statistics. You're still your parts of the city are still crime infested, drug infested, prostitution, gun. There's nothing changed in your communities because of Christianity.
That's right.
Because Christianity was never set up to change nobody.
And these will prove unto them an offense and a tribulation.
And a what?
A tribulation.
And a what?
An affliction.
A what?
Affliction.
So Christianity is an affliction and a snare to the black man.
That's right.
And to anybody who's in it, it's a snare.
That's right.
But it was set up to snare the Israelites, to deceive them. Because if they were not involved in Christianity and knew who they would awaken everyone else out of Christianity. So Christianity was set up to destroy the minds of the slave, of the black man.
That's right.
The true Hebrew Israelites.
And many will perish, and they will be taken captive.
They will what?
Be taken captive.
Show me any history of the white Jew Europeans in Israel being captured by anybody. There's no history of it. Show me the proof. Email me the proof. Give me the proof. Give me scripture. Give me any proof of the Khazar Europeans in the land of Israel, those lying devils, those bastards, being ever taken away in slave ships and sold on auction blocks.
That's right.
Read.
And will fall into the hands of the enemy because they have forsaken my ordinances.
They have done what?
They have forsaken.
Read.
And my commandments they forsaken.
Read.
And the festivals of my covenant.
And the holy days in the Bible.
And my Sabbaths.
And my what?
And my Sabbaths.
And my Sunday.
And my Sabbaths.
And my Sabbaths.
And my holy place.
And Jerusalem.
Which I have hallowed for myself.
Right.
In their midst.
Read.
And my tabernacle. And my sanctuary.
Read.
Which I have hallowed for myself in the midst of the land, that I should set my name upon it.
Read.
And that it should dwell there. And they will make to themselves high places, and groves, and graven images, churches. And they will worship each his own graven image, so as to go astray. And they will sacrifice their children to demons.
So when you go to church on Sunday, you are sacrificing your people, your children to Satan. So Christianity had nothing to do with Scripture.
That's right.
Like I said, Christian was a word that the European man put in the Bible to deceive everybody to believe in Christianity. So there was no such thing. The true word that should be there is disciple or messianic, because those are the people who follow the Messiah. They were messianic or disciples. Christian does not belong in the book. It was added.
That's right.
It was injected by pagan Christians who followed paganism.
That's right. And they will sacrifice their children to demons and to all the works of the error of their hearts. And I will send witness unto them, that I may witness against them. But they will not hear, and will slay the witnesses also. Wow. And they will persecute those who seek the law.
The what?
We're being persecuted, Josh, because we seek the law. And they will abrogate and change everything.
They will change everything.
Wow. So as to work evil before my eyes. And I shall hide my face from them. In other words, he's telling you he's not in your Christian church. Watch this. And I shall deliver them into the hand of the Gentiles.
So stop. The reason the Israelites have changed and abrogated their customs is when you was in slavery, your master followed Sunday worship. Your master was a Christian. Your master, no matter what denomination he was a Christian. You learned the virgin birth on the plantation. You learned Easter on the plantation. You learned Christmas on the plantation.
Wow.
You learned shellfish and pork on the plantation, because shellfish and pork was given to you blacks and Hispanics, you Israelites, as a chemical warfare, biological warfare weapon, because the master understood your customs and that was unclean. So he gave you unclean food and taught you that it's right to eat those foods, so those foods would end up destroying your body.
Wow.
Because they knew that you were commanded not to eat pork. That's why they introduced you to pork. There was no pigs historically in America. There was no pork here in the Western world until those devil bastard Europeans came here and brought that here.
That's right.
Those Christians destroyed and murdered millions of Israelites here in America.
That's right.
That's what Christians did.
That's right.
and you say, well, that don't matter. History matters.
Doesn't matter, huh?
Christianity is the most murderous religion in the earth. Do the research. Christianity is a religion full of murder and hate.
That's right.
There is nothing about Christianity that deals with the scriptures.
That's right.
Christianity is a satanic murdering religion, just like its father Satan.
That's right.
What did Christ say? You are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father. He was a murderer. So the way you identify the most satanic religion in the earth, what religion uses Christ's name and murders to get power in the earth?
Right.
Christianity is the most murderous satanic religion in the earth. Christianity and Islam is the same religion. Christianity and Islam is the same religion. It's not different.
That's
it's
right.
the same wicked satanic doctrine.
That's right. Come on, Josh.
Read.
Okay. And I shall hide my face from them, and I shall deliver them into the hand of the Gentiles for captivity, and for a prey, and for devouring. And I shall remove them from the midst of the land.
I shall do what?
Remove them.
No, I will give them back the land.
No, I shall remove them.
Right? Read.
And I shall scatter them among the Gentiles.
Among the who?
And
I will scatter them among the Gentiles.
And they will forget all my law and all my commandments and all my judgments, and will go astray as to new moons, blood moons, and Sabbaths, Sunday worship, and festivals and jubilees and ordinances.
All the new pagan stuff that, again, show me any statistical improvement in black communities since they've been in Christianity. Nothing has improved in black people's lives since Christianity was introduced. So what did they do? Your pagan Christian slave master stole the book from you, forced you to go to church on Sunday, made it illegal for you to read the Bible.
That's right.
Because if you read it actually for yourself, you would understand.
That's how they hid all the lies from you, by giving you a little certificate so you could be a preacher.
That you have to go to Esau. You have to go to
the Esau schools,
the theological schools to teach the Bible and have a church.
Because Constantine, all you're learning in these seminaries in America from Rome is post-Constantine. That's all you're learning. You will never hear these scriptures in your church. You'll never hear them. You will never hear these scriptures.
And they twist them if they do hear them.
That's right.
You'll just be taught little stories about David and all that. What do stories mean?
Yep.
I want the truth. I want something that I can actually
paganism philosophy
learn and teach back to people. So
I want to say something before we close that.
Yeah, we're gonna say make a couple.
Yeah, hold on. I bring in the tribes. Joshua brought awesome messages on all the Israelite tribes, where they came from, where they are in America, where they are all over the world today. And I brought these 12 to this woman that works in the gym. And she was astounded. She was really blessed when I showed her who the real Jews are. So the Most High is using our ministry. And, you know, there's a lot of people that hate us, but that's okay, because we're not here to please you. We're here to tell you the truth.
So we understand the understanding. Okay, let's take a little historical information. What was the purpose of Columbus coming here to the New World? First of all, they knew there was people here. That's why they came here.
Sure they did.
They wanted the gold. So what they did is they slaughtered millions. When they came here, they came to actually, they didn't come to the mainland.
West Indies first.
They came to the island of Hispaniola.
Right.
And when you celebrate Columbus Day, this is what you're actually celebrating. The Taino Indians were there, and there was, I think, about 3-4 million of them. But within 25 years of Europeans coming there, the number was reduced to about 25,000.
Wow.
in 25 years.
Wow.
Genocide. So Columbus and the Spaniards came here to commit genocide
That's right.
on the Israelites who were
All in the name of Christianity.
so Christianity is murder. So those are what Christians really are.
I
They're
would say something
murderers.
spiritually. You're being murdered in your church. You don't even know.
Uh-huh.
Spiritually, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
It's the same spirit, but
Same
operating
spirit.
differently.
But then instead with the gun, now they use the phony Christianity lies.
And when you do the research of the Renaissance, you'll find that all this started with an image. Actually, I make a comment. Read Wisdom of Solomon 14:15. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15. Then we'll close after I make this comment.
Okay. Okay. Mary, you can get the pizza out if you want. 14:15. All right, the Wisdom of Solomon, 14:15. If you don't have these books yet, shame on you. You need the Apocrypha.
Apocrypha.
You need the Apocrypha. It's inspired. It's the Bible. It matches all the Bible books that I've read, the whole 66 books. Okay. The Wisdom of Solomon, 14, right?
15.
14:15, sorry. Okay. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning.
That's Rodrigo or Boger or
Caesar
Pope
Abel?
Alexander
Right.
VI. Read.
Good. When he had, what's his real name, Josh? Pope what? Alexander? When he hath made an image of his child,
Caesar Boger.
soon take it away.
He died.
Now honor him as a god.
Now honored him as a what?
A dead man, God.
So how do people honor Caesar Boger as God? When you see movies,
Yep. Come on, Josh.
they use the image to cast the people of the Bible as white off of the paintings that these devil Catholics, devil Christians made during the Renaissance.
Awesome. Which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
Stop.
That's what they do.
So you are worshiping in your Christian religion, you are worshiping a white man's supremacist religion.
That's right.
Because that's who actually was set up by. Christianity is a supremacist religion. The only reason other races, or predominantly the minorities, are in it is because they were enslaved by it. And they have no way of really questioning their religion, the religion that their owner gave them. But the oppressor.
many are waking up now in the world.
Yeah.
They are. Many are waking up.
So the
Many.
oppressor is the one who gave the black man and the Hispanics the religion of Christianity. The Bible was written by them, but a slave master cannot teach you that his slave is.
And once you got a slave mentality, you stay a slave until you wake up your spirit. He wakes your spirit up and lets you know who you really are.
Systematically have destroyed and lied to millions. Christianity is a lying, murdering religion, just like Satan.
That's right.
His father. Now, this is not saying that Christians worship Satan. They are a result of the Israelites being destroyed by the religion of Christianity.
That's right.
So the reason the other Gentiles are being taught Christianity and don't know better is because the people of the authors of the book have been destroyed and conquered to the point where they don't know themselves predominantly, and they can't awaken nobody because they're awakening people to what they've been enslaved with. How can you awaken somebody with a slave doctrine?
That's right. Lies, all lies. So we're really blessed. Happy means blessed. We're just blessed to bring truth, to hopefully to ears, hearts that are attentive to truth. You know, now I tell people I don't even talk. I won't get in no disruptive argument when people meet me and they know we're on YouTube. they say, what's your ministry about? I said, if you're looking for truth, listen to us. That's all I said.
So
Okay.
hopefully that was a good lesson.
Yeah, that was.
We understand more about the Bible. We certainly have got a deeper understanding of the Apostle Paul through what Christ said and what he taught.
That's right.
And understanding him through the New Old Testament, we've got a little understanding about, gave you a little information about Christianity according to the Bible, that it was an elitist religion set up by the elite to control the unlearned. So Christianity, again, have nothing to do with Christ, the Bible, or the authors of it, because the authors of the Bible were not Christian.
That's right.
The authors of the Bible were black Hebrew Israelites.
That's right. Who wrote
Hebrew Israelites.
I didn't have any problem with that. We had no problem with that when we found that out, right? Do we have any problem with
we
that?
understand, and we hope you will come to the understanding of this. Most High Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah, bless you all.
Shalom.
And shalom.
Let me know tomorrow how many viewers we have. We're probably gonna